When we think about spirituality, we often imagine something distant, beyond our reach. But Anna Maria Teige's story shows us that, in fact, faith is much closer than we think. Anna was an ordinary person, just like you, who faced difficult challenges in life. She didn't have riches, nor an easy life, but she had something that made her overcome all difficulties, an unshakable faith. Imagine living in a time when poverty was a constant reality, where losing children was something that happened frequently, and where the uncertainties of everyday life were great. Anna lived it all. She lost 4 children and yet found the strength to carry on. And where did this strength come from? Your faith in God. Have you ever felt overwhelmed, not knowing how to continue? Have you ever had moments when life seemed too heavy? Anna went through this too. But instead of despairing, she turned to God, and it was in this connection that she found the peace she needed so much. Anna wasn't a saint from the beginning. She was a young woman who, like many of us, was searching for her place in the world. She worked hard, took care of her family, and tried to do her best. But something changed when she started attending church and getting closer to God. Little by little, Anna realized that true strength is not in material things, but in the faith we carry in our hearts. She had visions, experiences that helped her understand that there is much more to the world than we can see. But more than that, she left us a valuable lesson. Even in the most difficult situations, there is always a way out, and that way out is faith. When everything seems lost, it is important to remember that God is always with us, ready to guide and protect us. I know this message touched your heart. So if you want to continue receiving content that will transform your life, don't waste time. Subscribe to the channel now. It's just one click and you'll be joining an incredible community of people who, like you, seek faith, strength, and inspiration. And of course, don't forget to leave your like. This helps a lot and means that more people can receive this powerful message. Let's spread this light together. I'm counting on you. Have you ever thought about how faith can transform your life? Maybe you're facing a problem right now, something that seems impossible to solve. Anna went through this too, but she never gave up. She believed that God had a plan for her, and it was this belief that kept her strong. If you are looking for a solution to your problems, perhaps it is time to look within yourself and seek that connection with God. It doesn't have to be something grand. Sometimes all it takes is a moment of silence, a simple prayer, to begin to feel the divine presence. Anna shows us that life can be difficult, but that faith is a powerful force that can help us overcome any obstacle. She teaches us that even when everything seems dark, there is always a light, and that light is within us. I want you to know that, just like Anna, you also have this strength. You may not have discovered it yet, but it is there, ready to be awakened. And when you find that faith, you will see that no matter what happens, you will never be alone. This story is not just about Anna Maria Teige. It's about you, about me, about all of us. It is a reminder that faith can transform us, give us strength, and guide us in times of difficulty. If you identified with this story, if you felt something different while reading it, I invite you to reflect on it. Maybe it's time to take a step toward that faith, to open your heart to what God has in store for you. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. Just as Anna found peace and strength in her faith, so can you. Thank you for being here, for taking the time to hear this story. I hope she touched your heart in some way. And remember, faith is always within our reach. We just need to reach out and welcome it. And so, we continue our journey of faith, inspired by the life of Anna Maria Teige. But don't think this story ends here. Faith is a path we take every day, and each day is a new opportunity to strengthen this connection with the divine. Have you ever stopped to think about how unpredictable life can be? One day we are fine, and the next, something unexpected knocks us off our feet. It could be a loss, a financial difficulty, a health problem. Life is full of ups and downs. But it is precisely in these moments that faith becomes our most powerful ally. Remember when Anna lost her children? She could have despaired, given up on everything. But instead, she found strength in faith. It wasn't easy, of course not. But she believed that God was by her side, even in her darkest moments. And that belief was what kept her going. And you? How have you faced life's challenges? Maybe you're going through a rough patch right now, feeling like things have no solution. But I want to tell you one thing: there is always a way out. And that way out begins with faith. Believe that you are capable, that God is by your side, and that no matter how difficult it is, you can overcome any obstacle. Anna showed us that faith is not complicated. It doesn't need big rituals or difficult words. Sometimes it's just a sincere conversation with God, a request for help, a moment of silence to hear what He has to say. Faith is simple but powerful. It's like a seed that, when planted and cared for, can grow into a strong, resilient tree. Think of your life as a garden. Every prayer, every act of kindness, every moment of gratitude is a seed planted. And over time, this garden blooms, bringing peace, joy, and strength. But like a garden, faith needs to be cultivated. She needs care, attention. And above all, it needs to be lived. No matter what you are facing right now, know that you are not alone. Just as Anna found strength in her faith, so can you. You may not see it now, but keep walking, keep believing. Faith can move mountains, as they say, and it can transform your life. And remember, faith is not a magic solution that makes all problems disappear. But it gives us the strength to face them, to move forward, even when everything seems to be against us. It gives us hope, it gives us peace, and it reminds us that, in the end, everything will be okay. I know that life can be tough, and that sometimes it feels like we are fighting a losing battle. But never forget that God is by your side, always. And that, with faith, you can overcome anything. I want to leave you with a question. What are you going to do today to strengthen your faith? It can be a prayer, a reflection, or simply a moment of silence to connect with God. The important thing is that you take this step, no matter how small, towards a fuller and more peaceful life. And as you continue on this journey, I want you to remember something very important. Faith is not a straight road, without curves or obstacles. On the contrary, it is full of ups and downs, challenges and victories, and that is precisely what makes it so special. Every challenge we face is an opportunity to grow, to get closer to God, and to discover the strength that exists within us. Have you ever found yourself thinking about what your life would be like if you had more faith? If you truly believed that, despite the difficulties, there is a greater purpose guiding every step you take? This is a powerful reflection, because it makes us realize that faith is not just something we have, but something we choose to live every day. Anna Maria Tighe made this choice. She chose to live her faith, even when things were difficult, even when it seemed like there was no way out. And it was this choice that transformed her, that made her a person capable of performing miracles, of touching the lives of so many people with her kindness and her trust in God. And now I ask you, what stops you from doing the same? What stops you from believing, from trusting, from surrendering your fears, your worries, into God's hands? It could be the fear of the unknown, the fear of being disappointed, or perhaps the doubt that things can really get better. But I want you to know that faith is precisely about taking that leap in the dark, trusting that, even if you don't see the complete path, God is guiding your steps. Anna's life teaches us that even in the darkest moments, there is always a light waiting to shine. And that light is within you. It's your faith, your hope, your ability to believe that, no matter how difficult things seem, everything can change. And it will change, if you keep your faith firm. Think for a moment, what would you like to change in your life right now? What is that problem, that situation that bothers you the most? Now imagine handing it over to God, with all the confidence that He knows what's best for you. Imagine feeling this peace, this certainty that regardless of the outcome, you will be okay, because God is in control. That is the beauty of faith. It frees us from the weight of trying to control everything, of carrying the burden of our worries alone. When we give our problems to God, we are saying, "I trust you. I know that somehow this will pass, and I will come out stronger." Anna did it, and you can too. No matter what your challenge is now, know that you have within you the ability to overcome it, with God's help. It may not be easy, it may not be immediate, but faith teaches us to be patient, to believe that things happen at the right time, and that this time is always the best for us. As we finish this conversation, I want to leave you with one last thought. Life is full of mysteries, full of surprises, but faith is our anchor. It keeps us grounded, gives us hope, and reminds us that in the end, everything makes sense. So keep believing, keep trusting, and know that no matter how difficult the journey is, you will never be alone. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this story with you. I hope it touched you in some way, that it brought a little more light to your day. And remember, faith is a gift, something that strengthens and guides us, so don't be afraid to use it, to live it fully. Until next time, and may God continue to illuminate each step of your journey. May you find peace, strength, and joy in each day, knowing that He is always by your side, watching over you. And so we move forward, strengthened by faith and the certainty that no matter how challenging the road may be, God never abandons us. I want you to take with you this confidence, this tranquility of knowing that, even when we don't understand the reasons, there is a bigger plan being designed for us. Think for a moment about the most difficult times you have ever faced. Maybe it was a loss, a disappointment, or even a phase where nothing seemed to work out. Now, reflect on how you overcame these moments. Even if everything seemed hopeless at the time, see how you managed to get through that storm. That, my friend, is faith in action, even if you didn't realize it. Anna Maria Taigi showed us that faith is not just believing in something abstract. It is alive, practical, and manifests itself in the small and large decisions we make daily. When we choose to move forward, even in the face of fear, when we choose to trust, even in uncertainty, when we offer a word of comfort to someone, even if we ourselves are in need of comfort, we are living faith. And do you know what's most beautiful about all this? It's just that faith doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't require you to have all the answers or to never doubt. Anna also had her struggles, her doubts, but she chose to trust. And this choice, made day after day, was what sustained her. You don't have to be a saint to live by faith. You just have to be willing to take one step at a time, to believe that there is something bigger guiding your life, even when everything seems out of control. Faith is like a seed planted in your heart. Over time, and with the right care, it grows, blossoms, and turns into something that can sustain you through the most difficult times. But like every plant, faith needs to be nurtured. And how do we do this? Through prayer, reading the scriptures, spending time in silence, listening to God's voice. But also through acts of kindness, forgiveness, and love for others. Each of these actions is like watering that seed, allowing it to grow strong and healthy. And I want to invite you now, how about starting to nurture this faith today? It can be something simple, like a prayer of thanksgiving when you wake up, or a moment of reflection before going to sleep. It can be a gesture of kindness for someone in need, or even a sincere conversation with God, sharing your concerns and dreams. The important thing is that you start. And as you do this, you will realize that little by little, this faith will grow, strengthen, and become a force that guides you, protects you, and gives you the peace you are looking for. Anna Maria Taigi left us a powerful legacy, an example of how faith can transform lives. But this legacy is not exclusive to her. It's something you can live too, here and now. You just need to choose to believe, trust, and take the necessary steps to cultivate this faith in your life. I want to thank you once again for being here, for listening to this story, and for allowing these words to enter your heart. I hope they brought a little more light and hope to your day. And before saying goodbye, I want to leave you with one last reflection. Life can be uncertain, full of ups and downs, but with faith, we can overcome any storm. So keep walking, keep believing, and know that you are never alone on this journey. Until next time, and may God bless your every step, today and always. May your faith grow strong, and may you find peace and joy in each new day.